Hi, my name's Kaz and I've got Parkinson's. I haven't been on for a couple of days because I had a bit of an accident about 3 days ago. I think it's about 3 days ago now. I've obviously, with Parkinson's, you fall, your balance isn't very good. And what it was, my house is quite big, but for some reason when they built it, they built the entrance bit to the front of the house narrow. So my brain being what it is, when the doors open, I freeze because I see a little gap, and for some reason I freeze. But the side door in the kitchen was open, and as I opened the front door, it was a bit like a wind tunnel. So the wind come rushing through. The door shut on me. I bounced off the door frame, then back onto the door, then back onto a wall. So it's a bit like a ping pong machine. So I'm a bit bruised. I've cracked a rib, and I don't know. It doesn't look very bruised, but it's swollen. My elbow's all swollen, and and obviously I can't show you my side, but it's around the chest area that's cracked, and it's quite hard to breathe up. So I've not had a lot of sleep, and I'm really tired because obviously that's the side I would normally lay on. I just wanted to let you know that I'm all right. I'm just, not doing as much as what I'd like to have been doing. So, I thought I'd just come on and let you know and say that, I'm still here. It's just, like I say, with Parkinson's, you know, one simple job you think you can do, and all I was doing was we have like shopping bags in the car, and obviously when we've unpacked the shopping, we put them back in the boot to make sure when we go shopping again, we can put the shopping in the bags. That's all I was doing, just taking the bags back to the car, and the wind blew, and that was it. Took me off my feet. So I'll be all right in a week or two. It's just I was felt a bit daft, really. Do you know what I mean? And my husband said, he said, "Why didn't you get me to do it?" And it's just, well, it just seemed a simple job, And I am a very stubborn person, If I think I can do it, I will do it. But it's just my tablets were working all right. It's just I suddenly froze, and I just couldn't move. It's a bit, it's hard when you go out and you do that because people give you strange looks because you don't mean to freeze or not get out of the way of people. It's just part of the, many parts of the disease, But tomorrow I've got my duodopa nurses to come and do an assessment at 11 o'clock, so I'll let you know how that goes tomorrow. I assume they're going to bring one with them and explain what happens. They're checking to see if I've got enough room in my fridge and things like that. So yeah, so hopefully that goes well. And my eye's really, really sore. You can't really see a lot, but it's more inside than anything. So a bit wounded at the minute, but I'll bounce back. But that's not funny, but you gotta laugh. So. But now I'm just pottering around, just doing what jobs I can do. Have managed to put some washing on, and I'm going to get everything folded up and that, and put away soon. And because I did rest yesterday, I watched a few films and things, and I watched the documentary "This Is It," about Michael Jackson, the final tour that he never got to do. Bless him. I got to watch that, and it was quite nice, really, because normally I'm really busy all the time, but because I'd hurt myself, I had to rest. I had no choice. So in some ways, it's taught me to rest a bit, But I'm just extremely tired, and I've just done something nice. I booked some tickets to see a Michael Bublé impersonator in October. So looking forward to that, In the theatre where we go, it's a small theatre, so you know, so you can get up close and personal. And last year when we went, we got to speak to him, and my friend Helen, I got like a VIP ticket for her, so she had can't say it, Prosecco, that's it, it's like a fizzy white wine. And she got a picture taken with him and that. I mean, he's only an impersonator, but don't tell the real man this, but I think he's better. I think he sounds better than the real Bublé. But no, so I'm looking forward to that. So I've been doing things, but not strenuous things, and yeah, it's just makes you realise that you're not well and you can't always do things, and you should always think before you go ahead and do these silly things, but I was comparing bruises with a friend yesterday, because a couple of years ago I was going to the shops with my daughter Gwenny, and I fell really hard on the pavement and bounced my head off the concrete and had this black eye and a cut above my thing, and I cracked my ribs then. So I think that's what I've done because it's weak, so anyway, so I was comparing bruises with a friend, and we both said we're a right pair, but it's so one of them things, with Parkinson's you fall, and I'm covered in bruises, and well, that one's really sore, but it'll come out in a couple of days. And I've just hit my knee on the gate because we've got some gates to keep the dog, when people come through the front door. This to stop him jumping up or going out the front door, because he's a bit of a loon, our Ziggy. So it's all the puppy in him. He's only about 14 months, you see, so he's got a lot of learning to do. In fact, I said to my husband yesterday, I don't think I told my kids off as much as I tell this dog off. He drives me nuts, but we love him. So he's just a bit crazy. But yeah, I mean, the silly things, like we've got a bed sofa, and it's lower than a normal bed sofa. And if he hops on, he pretends to my husband that he can't get off, so my husband has to pick him up and get him off. I walk in and say, "Oi, get down." And he looks at me, hops off, and off he goes. And my husband says, "I don't believe it." He says, "He won't jump down for me." And I'm like, "No, because he knows who's boss. Me." I'm boss. So yeah, he's got a lot of attitude. But he will get better as he gets older. So, but yeah, I just wanted to let you know that I'm still here and just resting a little bit. It's right in my chest area that hurts the most, and you can't go around holding your chest. So it's quite tricky. So, but I'm still cooking and that whatnot for the kids, and that I did shepherd's pie for my husband and my oldest son, and Gwenny had a burger, and yeah, so I'm still cooking tea and doing things, and can't lift anything, but never mind. Jobs are still getting done. A woman's work is never done. So, but right. Well, I'll let you go, and I shall be back tomorrow. Hopefully, a little bit better than today. And I was hoping to do this yesterday, but for some reason, I suppose until it gets better, it seems to be hurting more. So, but that's probably the bruising inside coming out. But never mind. But I'm looking forward to that appointment tomorrow. See, just a bit more information, and that, Darlene's told me that they do put the tube down your throat, but they spray you so it numbs it, and then you go to sleep. So, but here, I mean, over there, apparently they put it in and then they leave it for 2 weeks to heal, and then you go back and have it turned on. But here, it's a bit more rushed, because I'll go in on the Sunday, have it done on the Monday, and I stay there for the week. I have it turned on, I've done the Monday, turned on Wednesday, home on Friday. So it doesn't really give you much chance for it to heal. So I'm hoping that goes well. but after tomorrow I should know more. So it's a little bit, a lot overwhelming sometimes. But that's just one of them things. And then hopefully in 5 years' time there'll be this other thing out. So stay positive. That's what we have to do. Try and stay positive. And then I'd love to, because in 5 years' time it'd be me and my husband's 21st wedding anniversary. So I'd love to, if this pump gets took out and I have this new treatment, I'd love to have our wedding vows renewed somewhere nice, do something romantic. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Right, well, I'm definitely going to go now. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it. It means a lot. And if you've got any comments or want to ask me anything, please do. I'm here, and I want to help anyone that needs help. And anyway, bye for now.